What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel where we're doing music covers, original music, album reviews, song reviews, a little social commentary here and there, whatever the day calls for. If you like what you see here, please subscribe to the channel. If you have content on here, I will support you as well. I'm all about supporting up and comers on here. You have to forgive me if I don't seem like I'm in great spirits. Uh, my cat, Kringle, who I've had for 10 years, he's always been my trooper, man. Life's thrown a lot of shit at me the last 5 or 6 years, and I can't count how many times I've just laid in my bed feeling like I want to die some nights, just not knowing how I'm going to deal with things, just feeling very alone and on my own with just like life throwing more and more stuff at me, and him curling up next to me on the bed was just everything I needed, more times than I can count. And you know, he's just my trooper, man. And he's just so low maintenance. He's never needed anything. He's just been like everything I need, man. He's like one of my best friends, even though he's a cat. And just out of nowhere, he has some kind of mouth problem where he can't eat or drink unless I put it in a dropper, water it down and put it in a dropper, and feed it to him. And he's drooling all the time. He's lost a bunch of weight. He stained his fur from always drooling, and uh, paying for him to get blood work with just maintaining a house and a daughter all on my own. It's just in addition to just other things life has thrown at me, it's just been so hard, and I'm so worried about him. I he's only 14. I'm not ready for him to die. Not yet. I don't like to play favorites. I got 3 cats, and I love all of them, but he is my favorite, and I'm super worried about him. So, just keep Kringle in your thoughts. I'm gonna do everything I can for him, man. But I'm feeling very bummed out about that. It happened so fast, man. So fast, in just like 2 weeks, he just became like my trooper to just like this skinny, lethargic, miserable shell of who he is. And it's Friday night. There's nothing I can do for him right now. I got some stuff from a vet with extra protein in it, and I've been watering it down and mixing it up and putting it in a dropper and force feeding it to him, because it's like he wants to eat so bad, but he just can't do it. And I just feel horrible, man. But to try to divert my attention to other things, I'm gonna react to the new Architects track. Anybody who has seen a lot of my videos knows that I'm often kind of critical about Architects. I really got into them on their 2014 album, Lost Together, Lost Forever. It's when I really got into the band Let Live, and their second album, The Black is Beautiful, who I covered that album on my Forgotten Album series. If you haven't checked it out, that's one of the few I was able to put some sound clips into the review to like spice it up, make it a little more interesting. Out of all the Forgotten Album series I've done so far, that's the one I'm the most proud of. So if you're a fan of Let Live, check it out. I'd be very appreciative. But they were going to play a show back in the day with Let Live and Glass Cloud, and I missed that show, and I regret it so much. But Lost Together, Lost Forever, I love that album. But from there, it just kind of seemed like each preceding album was a more boring version of that album. And each subsequent album it came to, okay, there's just 3 tracks I like off this one. Then it's just 2 tracks I liked off this one. And their last album, For Those Who Wish to Exist, there was a song called Black Lungs I thought was alright. There was a 15-track bore fest. I did not like it at all. So, after that one, they have just come out with a new song yesterday called When We Were Young. I don't know what to expect. Sam Carter, his vocal abilities are just so good, but just hasn't been put together with amazing music to go along with it lately. In my opinion, it's just been kind of borecore. But let's see what this one has to bring. I'm going to react to that, and I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for a bounce back. I'm not really hoping for another Lost Together, Lost Forever here, because that's basically what they did with their subsequent albums, but it just has become a less interesting version of these albums as it goes along. And I actually am hoping to hear something totally different here. Maybe something a little faster. You know, they kind of have gotten into this rut of this mid-tempo, gent plodding along type spiel, and I'm ready for something else. So enough jib jab. Let's get into it. Already the vibe's a little different. Really liking this groove. Groovy. Something in your eyes? Definitely. I'm glad this is on Epitaph. They're usually pretty cool about letting you upload stuff, so I'm pretty optimistic that this reaction will make it. And right off the bat, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and I'm going to say why. They still are doing like the same kind of thing, but I feel like it's in a little bit of a fresher format. It's very clear that they want to be a very, very mainstream metalcore band, and they just keep inching and inching and inching more towards that. They got the guy from Silosis. He's a fucking shredder, and they just like kind of don't let him do any of that. They just want to stay in like this detuned groove metal thing, and the grooves on here are the highlight of the track, aside from Sam Carter, who's always phenomenal. You know, uh, it's a very straightforward track. I think it's done very well, but like the last few albums, if we get an entire record of this, I'm gonna get bored with it. But as a standalone single on a really good album, I ain't skipping this. I enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 on the strength of Sam's vocals, the grooves, while the instruments didn't really do anything to stand out. You know, it's what the song called for. And while I don't want to only hear them do this kind of thing, I think they did it very well here. And without thinking about what their albums sound like or them being in a rut or what I expect from them as a whole, this song on its own, yeah, it's a pretty solid tune. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Um, and yeah, that's all I really got to say about this one. So thanks for watching, guys. That's all I got.